This is Optimal Health Daily, episode 59, A Single Principle to Declutter Your Health, by Brad Pilon with ZenHabits.net.
Get ready to maximize your potential with Optimal Health Daily, the podcast that brings you the best content in health, fitness, and nutrition 5 days a week. Your optimal life awaits. Now here's your host, Dr. Neil Malik.
Hello, Life Optimizer, and welcome to a Thursday edition of Optimal Health Daily. This is one of 3 podcasts where we read to you from blogs for free so that you don't have to read them yourself, except on Fridays where I actually answer your questions. If you send one in, you're entered into small raffles to win books, but I'll tell you more about that at the end of this show. Now today I'm sporting my Iron Man t-shirt, and I think Tony Stark would agree with this quote from Gloria Anzaldúa. I change myself, I change the world. Now today's post is actually a guest author on Zen Habits, Brad, who founded Eat, Stop, Eat. So let's hear his post as we optimize your life. A Single Principle to Declutter Your Health, by Brad Pilon with ZenHabits.net. We can't control the future. I wish we could, but we can't. There are simply too many variables and uncontrolled factors at play. Even the best laid plans are no match for unforeseen circumstances. Sure, we all enjoy the security of attempting to predict, plan, and control our futures because it's a way for us to attempt to reach our goals. But in reality, this control is nothing more than an illusion. A perfectly planned vacation can be ruined by the weather, which is out of your control, a flight cancellation, also out of your control, or a sickness, again, out of your control. At some point, we're going to fail while attempting to control the future in order to reach our goals. In fact, when it comes to reaching our goals, we fail all the time. But this is perfectly all right, because this is the only way we learn. The problems arise when we fail to learn from our mistakes and overlook the big picture, and then grasp for even more control by concentrating on the little, small, and insignificant things that really don't matter. This desire to guarantee the future by controlling the small, insignificant parts of our lives seems to be human nature. And this fact is extremely evident in the fields of health and nutrition. Think of the insignificant gimmicks that you've been told will help you drop pounds. For example, eat breakfast every single day. If you don't, your body goes into, quote, starvation mode. Drink coffee to speed up your metabolism. Drink 12 glasses of cold water every day. Eat protein for lunch. Sip green tea all day. And take your fish oil pills every day. In reality, none of these things are going to lead to significant or long-lasting weight loss results. Each one is either a misuse of scientific fact, confusing an association with causation, or is an exaggeration, the, quote, metabolism-boosting effects of green tea or caffeine, or is simply repeating common myths as facts, like protein for lunch. And while the health marketers that push these info tidbits may or may not mean well, convincing you to focus on the minor and mostly irrelevant tasks can not only prevent you from losing weight, it can also affect your health. Successfully losing weight seems to be one of the most difficult life problems to solve, yet it can be solved with one of the easiest solutions: eating less. Spending too much of your time concentrating on the insignificant parts in an attempt to control the future will cause you to lose sight of the big picture. In this case, the big picture is that your body is perfectly capable of burning fat and losing weight without you needing to obsess and stress over learning how this happens. The exact details are out of your control. Obsessing about them does not change them. But if you continually try to control the things that are out of your control with the small, insignificant part of your life, you end up spending almost all of your time obsessing about health, nutrition, and fitness. Recording your meals in a spreadsheet, twittering about how healthy your breakfast was, spending an extra $5 to have a 90-cent chicken breast added to your salad at lunch, and fretting over the timing of your next meal. Too much of this, and you can end up in a very bad place, spending every single waking moment of your life thinking, talking, and stressing over your health. And this is not healthy. This leads to nothing more than a mind full of insignificant health and fitness clutter. In essence, by thinking that we can guarantee our future by controlling insignificant day-to-day things, we end up sacrificing the enjoyment of our lives for some far-off distant goal. And remember, we can't control the future, so we end up hopelessly grasping for control with more and more of the insignificant things, the fluff and clutter. And herein lies the big picture that we end up missing. Health is a lifestyle. It is a process. It is not a reward. You should enjoy the process. It should be easy and sustainable. And in the best situations, it should be mindless. Enjoying the process means finding a simple and manageable way to enjoy eating less, and then eliminating the mind clutter and the obsessive attachment to the insignificant little things. By doing this, you eliminate the need to control the future because you're enjoying the process. The bottom line is that if you can't sit down with a close friend for 20 minutes and have a good conversation without talking about nutrition or your workouts, you need to take a step back and breathe. Concentrate on getting the best results in the most comfortable and enjoyable way without worrying about the insignificant fluff. Enjoy the process. You just listened to the post titled, A Single Principle to Declutter Your Health by Brad Pilon with ZenHabits.net. It's funny because my students think I'm one of these folks that Brad described in his post, that I'm one of those who obsesses about their health and nutrition. They hear me talk about my pre-existing condition and how I've changed my life through fitness and nutrition, and they automatically assume that all I want to talk about are those things. And so it always amazes them that I'm into movies, I read books, I have other hobbies like playing an instrument. They're always just shocked, like, wow, when you leave class, you don't just go eat well and work out all the time? No, I actually do other fun stuff too. So I agree with Brad. There's no need to completely obsess over this. Of course, it needs to be a part of your life. You need to be thinking about it, but it doesn't need to control all of your thoughts all of the time. Now, like I mentioned at the top of the show, I answer your questions every Friday in a special Q&A episode. If you want to send in your own question for me to answer right here on the show, come by oldpodcast.com. You'll see a red bar along the side that says, Ask a Health Question. If you click on that, you can record a question and send it in. It's totally free. It can be about diet, nutrition, fitness, disease prevention, anything along those lines, and it's super easy to do. Or you can call in. The number is 61 I love OHD. Either way works, and if you send in an audio question, you'll be entered into a special raffle every month to win some books. If you can believe it, that wraps up 59 episodes. Now tomorrow, I'll see you in our Q&A edition of the show, one of my favorite parts of this podcast, where your optimal life awaits.
Hello, Life Optimizer. This is Justin Malik, creator and producer of this show, and Optimal Living Daily, the brother podcast of this one. Literally, I'm Dr. Neil's brother. If you like the format of this show, you'll love Optimal Living Daily too, where I also read to you from blogs, but cover other topics like personal development, finance, and minimalism from bloggers like Derek Sivers, The Minimalists, Zen Habits, and many more. So for more amazing content read to you for free, come subscribe to Optimal Living Daily too, and together we'll optimize your life.
You've been listening to Optimal Health Daily. Be sure to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date on each new episode, and head to oldpodcast.com. That's oldpodcast.com for a free gift, as well as more actionable tips and resources to help you maximize your potential. Thanks for joining us, and remember, your optimal life awaits.